Just wanted to film a quick update. It's probably a week or two after I last filmed. You can see there's still a little bit of snow here that's melting pretty fast down the hill today because it's probably about 50 degrees out right now. It's the afternoon, so you can see this area down here that had all this water. It's dried up pretty well. Again, a lot of that snow that's melting behind me is running down this hill. You can see there's a little bit of water in here yet, but the catch basin over here is working really well. So look at how dried up that all got. That all went down into the ground over to the catch basin in the woods over there, and that alleviated a lot of the water that was going to, it would have flown across the grass in this area, but it all passed down into the catch basin over into the pond. And another big difference here, last time you seen this was all water all over in here when that snow was melting. Things have dried up nicely. Let me go up a little bit higher, closer to the house, and you'll be able to see where a little bit of that water is left. So like I was saying, you can see this is all dried up here. The areas where I have flags at are low spots that I went through, dumped some buckets of dirt from the field in there, so I brought those all up to being about the same as the grade around it. And now the only water left is the water that is overflowing in the pond from the water that's over here in the woods. It's still going down in that catch basin, flowing over to the pond, and then the pond flows this direction and ends up going over to there to the drainage ditch. There's actually a couple deer way over there in my clover plot on the other side of the ditch as well. I ended up trimming up that apple tree over there a couple days ago as well. So the plan for this pond, I made up my mind. We are going to put in a drain pipe. I'm going to probably do a 4-inch corrugated pipe. We'll go straight out that direction, and that should help alleviate this water flowing over the grass. Here comes a couple geese. Wow, they might come right over top or land right in the pond. Pretty neat. They probably would land if I wasn't standing right here, but they definitely saw me and are gonna land over there in the field now on the other side of the ditch. But yeah, as I was saying, that 4-inch corrugated pipe should be able to drain all that water so that it doesn't just flow over and flood our grass. We'll dig that when my dad brings his tractor back next. It's gonna be about a 250-foot run to that back ditch. Not super long, we've had longer, probably be about the same distances from the shed up to the house here when we ended up burying the electrical line that we ran the wire over there, that shed. At that point, probably use his tractor to scoop some dirt out of the field and bring that low spot up to being the same grade as the rest of the edge of that pond, as well as maybe bringing that end up a little bit so that everything is nicely shaped. But that'll keep that water from overtopping the edge of the pond. All this will dry up nicely. If the grass does die in those areas, I'll just go ahead and reseed it. I'm already going to have to reseed the spots where I do have the flags. But that is just a quick update. I wanted to show you guys how things have dried up. Things are looking a lot better than in the last video that I showed you. So we are looking promising. Hopefully the grass starts growing nice and fast. It's greened up a lot this week with all the rain and snow melt we've got. There's more rain coming tonight, so I expect this whole yard to start getting green very soon. Then we'll have to get out the lawnmower and start mowing it. I'll have to roll it. We'll have to spray it to kill all the broadleaf weeds, any quack grass in here. And hopefully the yard turns out pretty nice. So far, it's looking like it's doing good. You can see the oats have died off from over winter, so that worked out good. A little bit of deer feces down here. More fertilizer for the yard, but they definitely enjoyed the oats this winter, having a nice supply of food up here when everything else had died off this winter. Here's an interesting thing that I found in the ditch. I thought this water was running out of the farm field, but it actually looks like it's bubbling out of the ground. So I'm wondering if we may have a natural spring located on our property now that is running out the side of the bank next to the ditch. Let me know what you think in the comments down below if we have any experts on springs. It would be nice to actually pipe this over to the pond to keep that topped off all summer, but this is pretty far away from the pond. I know it's been a little while since I filmed an update, so today's April 16th. Just gonna pop in some recent video from right now. We did get a little bit of rain just now. You can see the water coming off the gutter over there, and that's flowing out to our catch basin over to the pond. I wanted to show you guys how nice things have dried up out here. Quite a bit of weeds still growing. My dad brought the sprayer down 2 days ago though, and you can see the tracks. We just finished spraying, so they're all wilted over, dying, and hopefully the next time you see them, there's no longer any weeds out here in the grass. Clover is growing nicely over there in my food plot, and yeah, the big update is the water level in the pond has kind of reached an equilibrium down there a little ways, no longer overflowing the grass. The grass is looking a lot greener, and we still need to put in the 4-inch corrugated pipe straight down that trail. You might be able to see that I cleared a path now where we'll be able to run the tractor and dig that 250-foot line to set the height of that pond. So that's kind of a wrap on the video. Trees are just starting to bud out. The next video I'll film, probably see a lot greener grass. I also did put a little bit of a ramp out there in the shed so the mower is able to be stored out there now. And hopefully I'm able to get the dock lower, that first post cut down, and then start working on putting in the actual bottom of that deck so that we're able to use that. But yeah, that's an update. Mallard, Drake just landed out there on the edge of the pond. Tons of wildlife. Geese are out here mating. Haven't had any nest yet, but it's definitely awesome to see all the wildlife out here on our property. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you go down below, hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and leave any questions and comments you have down below. And until the next one, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching, and make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Also make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next videos I will be posting, and leave your questions, comments, and suggestions below.